Okay, good day, UNS 11, STEM 11, and ABM 11. Welcome to our topic in Empowerment Technology, which is all about advanced presentations skills. So, at the end of this lesson, you are expected to use hyperlinks to improve their slideshows, embed files and data to their slideshows, and maximize slideshows as an effective visual aids. Now, we will talk about what presentation software is, what PowerPoint is, how can we create an effective PowerPoint presentation, as well as an advanced feature called hyperlinking. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let us talk about presentation software. So basically, a presentation software is a computer software package used to show information normally in a form of slideshows. It mostly includes three functions, which are: the first one is an editor that allows text to be inserted and formatted. The second one, a method for inserting and manipulating graphic images. And the last one is a slideshow system to display the context. And we have some example of presentation software. The first one is Google Slides. The second one is SlideDog. The third one is LibreOffice Impress. The fourth one is Corel Presentation. Next is Adobe Persuasion. And next is Microsoft PowerPoint. And now we will talk about Microsoft PowerPoint. So, what is Microsoft PowerPoint? Basically, Microsoft PowerPoint is created by Microsoft for Windows, Mac iOS, and Android, and it is the most popular presentation software out there. Today, basically, Microsoft PowerPoint is an easy program to use in a powerful tool for giving a presentation, whether be it that you are in need of a visual kick, a tool for collaboration, easy access, or the ability to share information to a meeting. Well, PowerPoint is a good option. It can even help reduce speaking anxiety by drawing eye away from the speaker and towards the screen. But of course, let us not expect this technology to be a substitute for sound and dynamic speaking skills. So, PowerPoint presentation are being used all around the globe today. Whether be in a classroom setting like sa ginagawa natin ngayon, in a business meeting, or a simple lecture with your colleagues and friends. So, PowerPoint presentation are being used as visual aids or as outline when conducting a talk or presentation. Now, let us talk about how we can create an effective PowerPoint presentation. We actually have 6 tips that you can use when creating your PowerPoint to make it as effective as possible. So, the first one is minimize. When creating our PowerPoint presentation, we must create it as concise as possible. The less slides, the better. Let us keep in mind that PowerPoint presentation are only visual aids and should not contain all the information that we are about to say to our speakers. PowerPoint presentation should just be a guideline or a supporting visual aids for a speaker. The next is we have clarity. When creating our PowerPoint presentation, we must avoid those fancy font. We must always prioritize readability instead of style. We must also consider how big our text and our graphics are depending on the screen size that we are going to use when conducting our presentation. Another one is simplicity. Okay, so When creating our PowerPoint presentation, all the information that we want to convey must be summarized. That when you are putting text in a PowerPoint presentation, you must follow the 6-7 rule. So what is the 6-7 rule means? Basically, it says that in a singular slide, there must only be 6 lines of text, and per line of text, there only must be 7 words, so that the PowerPoint presentation looks much cleaner and much readable, and our viewers do not experience eye strain from trying to read all the text in our PowerPoint presentation. Also, when there are a lot of things going around your PowerPoint presentation, it draws the attention away from the speaker to the PowerPoint presentation itself, which is not actually a good thing to happen. Then, number 4 is visuals. In creating our PowerPoint presentation, we can also use pictures, videos, and other graphics so that we can get the attention of our audiences. But we must all use those graphics sparingly because we do not want to actually put too much attention on the PowerPoint itself. We want our audience to still focus on the talk that we are actually doing rather than the PowerPoint presentation. The next one is we have consistency. Consistency design must be uniform. Must be uniform. We want our PowerPoint presentation to be coherent, and one way of doing that is by having consistency in design, that we are actually using everything from the font to the color scheme to the graphics to the art style that we are using must be consistent all throughout the presentation, so that our audiences do not get confused or distracted by those other designs that we are going to use or that we use. And last but not the least, of course, we have contrast. When we say contrast naman, when putting text and graphic in our presentation, we must always take note that when we are putting in other graphic in our PowerPoint presentation, we actually need to make them contrast one another. For example, I use a dark background in these slides that you are seeing right now. Of course, when we place text in these slides, I use light colors such as white and green. If you are to put another graphic such as picture and shapes, we are to use graphic as that have a lighter color so that they become visible regardless of what dark background we use. So those are the tips that we can give you, or I can give you, for creating an effective PowerPoint presentation. So now, let us go ahead and continue to the next part of this discussion, which is the advanced skill in PowerPoint presentation, and we call this one as hyperlinks. So, what are hyperlinks? Basically, hyperlinks make a presentation non-linear by connecting it with other slides document. And web pages, we can actually link our slides or object in our slides to other slides as well as web pages or documents, so that it makes it more attractive, non-linear. So there are different objects in Microsoft PowerPoint that we can put a hyperlink into. There are actually 6. There are actually 6. The first one is being a text box. The first one is being a text box. The next one is text. It is a text in a box. The next is shape. The shapes that are actually present in slide Microsoft PowerPoint. text inside the next is text inside the shape. Text inside the shape or text within a shape. The next one is smart art. Smart art or graphics that we are going to be using to give you a quick demonstration of how we can create hyperlinks. I will close down the presentation view and show you how I can create hyperlinks. So as I have mentioned a while back or a while ago, when creating a hyperlink or link, we can actually use it in a various object and PowerPoint presentation. For this example, I will be using the text inside the arrow in the slides number 11. I will be using the text inside the arrow in the slides number 11. Now, all I need to do is highlight the number or the text. I will highlight the text in the arrow. Then, I will go to insert. I will go to insert and let us find link. So, it will right here the link, or we can also press Control K again, Control K. Ayaw, so dito na lang tayo. I will click here, highlight na. Highlight, you need to highlight this one, Control K. Okay, so lumabas yung nag-pop up yung insert hyperlink. Okay, so in this case, I will just click link and then a pop-up window will show up. Now, when inserting hyperlinks, we can actually choose from a couple options. First one, we can go to a web existing file or web page, a place in this document. The next is create new document. We can create a new document and we can go to an email. Now, in this case, I just want to link this text into a place in these documents. So, I will just click on place in this document. Now, I will be needing to choose where I want my presentation to go. Click on text. So, in this case, I want it to go in I will choose place in this document. I will click place in this documents, and now I will choose where I want to go on the slide number. Where I want to go is on the slide number 9. So I will click slide number 9. Then after clicking the slide number 9, press OK. Then now as you notice class, the number signal turn green and has an underline below it. This means that a hyperlink has actually been created. So let us check if the hyperlink has been created. Okay, so I'll just open the slideshow. Okay, so I'll just open the slideshow, and when I click this one, when I click this one, when I click this one, it will actually go to the slide number 9. Okay, so when I click this one, okay, so pumunta siya sa slide number 9. So that's mean that the hyperlink is na-apply doon sa create natin kanina. So that is for today. Hope you understand, class, and I hope you have learned something today in our discussion. Thank you and good day.